everybody, mostly to the guys. This is for if you want to catch some fish.
Probably some girl fishers that like to fish and learn too.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so this is all fishermen out there.
Yes.
So on Passage, we always troll. I always troll. I always put lures out. I'm always wanting to catch a fish. And if you've seen our videos, you've probably seen some of the fish we caught. But I lost my favorite lure, and we're down in Bahamas, and finding lures is a little hard to do, but kind of pricey too. So I'm going to show you how to make a fishing lure out of trash, and hopefully we can catch a fish on it. I'm going to go do a step-by-step, kind of explain what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and hopefully it'll help you out. Maybe you can help catch some fish, guys. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a 150-pound leader, mono leader. We had bought these chips, potato chips, and they have this oil in it. Very flashy. And I'm going to make the skirt out of that. And walking on the beach, we're just picking up trash. And I've got some bottle caps. This old hook I found, a little bit on the rusty side. And I found a fishing lead up by the seawall. And I'm gonna put this together and see if we can make us a nice looking lure and see if we catch some fish on. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is cut open this bag. I'm cutting off the what do you call it? Heat sealed ends on it. And there's a factory seam. So I'm splitting it down through there. So anyway, I don't know if you've tried to tear these bags, but these things do not want to tear. They're durable as all get out. I'm gonna take you can do it any way you can cut this is good. But I'm using a razor blade on it. I'm gonna cut that like that. Oops. And this is basically gonna be our skirt. And I'm cutting them about a little over an 1/8 inch. And we cut this whole bag up that way. So I'm putting these bottle caps back to back like so. And that leader is going to run through the center of them. And as this drags through the water, this cup is going to grab air, a bubble of air, and the lure is going to go underwater, and these little bubbles are going to come off, and it's just like when a fish jumps, a bait fish like a ballyhoo or or a squid, and the bubble trail, and that's going to make the fish want to entice the fish to bite. And it's noisy because this will gulp as it goes through the water. And we're going to put this lead in there because all of this is really light. We're going to want a little bit of weight to keep it underwater, so it will go down, but we don't want it to sink. We want it to just ride the surface and go down and come up and gulp air. And we're going to put that lead in there. All right, so I got my leader. I got my little barrel crimps. Run that through the hook. Fold it back over. Crimp that down. Next, I'm going to put on a small bead. This little bead will keep the lead from pounding on this metal, so we don't want metal to metal. And then I got this lead for the weight, and that's our setup. So the idea is when I have this skirting on, fold it in half, that the skirt will hang right to the bottom of the hook. Let me get a lure and show it to you. So basically this is what we're going to be making. Our potato chip bag is going to be our skirt on there, and the bottle caps and the lead's going to be the head on it. And what's going to happen is when you make these, you're going to want that hook, and this one's not that way, this hook to be right at the bottom of this skirt. The reason you're going to want that is if a fish comes up and bites it, and it's called a short strike, they hit the back of the fish, they usually try to cut them in half, and if he short strikes it, he's going to miss that hook entirely. But you don't want the hook hanging down like this, because as you're trolling with it, all the grass that you run across will hang up on the hook, and you don't want that either. So we're going to want to drop this to where our hook is right at the bottom of that skirt, and that's going to give us our best opportunity to get a hook set in the fish if he strikes does a short strike on there. And that's the setup we get on here with the potato chip bag for our skirt. I have some two-sided tape, double-sided tape on the tabletop, and I am sticking these in, and I'm kind of trying to alternate them. So we have the silver on the inside, or the silver one side, and then the green outside on it also, just so all of one color isn't on the inside or outside. I'm gonna do this with all these pieces that we cut up. I'm sure there's, hey, if you figure another way to do this a little quicker, let me know. This is my first time doing this. I have made lures, but I haven't done this style before. Alright, so I've got my pieces all taped on. I am rolling this. As ugly as I'll get at it. Alright, so now I got it rolled up. I'm take a piece of line. This is a braided line. I'm going to tie a knot just above the lid. Well, you know the old saying, most fishing lures catch more fishermen than they do fish. So if it looks really good to a fisherman, they're going to buy it. And if it doesn't look good, they probably won't buy it. I'm not worried about it looking good. We wanted to catch fish. And then the next thing, I'm going to fold this back, down around back behind the lead again. And I'm going to tie the line again. Now we're going to tie it on the bottom side of the lead. And that's going to hold that skirting in. The next thing I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do a small one here. Put these caps on, and I'm reversing them. So I'm using 2 bottle caps. I'm putting a smaller one on there first, and it's going to be just to cover up the end of that. And then anything that dries over is going to slide down. And I do have my hook right at the bottom of the skirting. And this will fold up a little bit. This will fold up a little bit when it's in the water being pulled through. But I like it spruced out because it gives it a bigger body on there. The other thing is, you're going to want this line to run through the lure, through the caps, and through the lead, so that when you hook a fish and he hooks on there and he starts shaking around, that lead and all that weight can run to the, slide up the line, and he can't use the weight of that to dislodge the hook. So you want to make sure you have that where it slides in and out. Your hook will go in and out like that. And that's basically the lure, guys. I'm going to put a loop on the end of this. I like a small tight little hook loop on the end of it like that, so it doesn't have as much resistance in the water. I've got about 6 feet of leader on here, and that's my lure, guys. You're gonna be shocked when you see a fish that I catch on that right there. And we're gonna be testing it out tomorrow. Hey, wish me luck. I hope we catch something. And if you like this video, make sure you push the like button and the share button for me, and subscribe if you hadn't already subscribed. And if this works out, we're going to show you some more stuff on making your own lures. Thanks, guys. off because it ain't jumping. Alright guys, there it is. The lure worked. Grab this.
Is that the lure you made?
Yeah. There it is. A homemade potato chip bag lure and bottle caps. There you go guys, make them lures out of trash. If you don't have any, you catch some fish. He's on it, he's on it. Oh, got it, got it. Slow us down, slow us down. It's a sailfish.